Hey folks, Connor from Nice Wheels here to review the Wallerang, a perfect commuter e-bike. So in this review, we'll go through a lot of the different features that this bike has to offer that make it a perfect commuter e-bike, and we'll talk about the Shimano step system, which we can go into more detail later. So the Wallerang features a hand-built frame, and it's made in Sweden. It has a couple different features on it that make it pretty unique. It's an aluminum frame that features what they call a modular travel system. So this implements different rack bosses on the front and the rear of the frame, and that'll allow you to easily mount or dismount the racks that are on the bike. The racks are really easy to remove, just unscrewing a couple of bolts. And if you don't want to use the front rack, it actually comes with a little head badge plate that you can just put in place of the rack to cover it. These front and rear racks are not something that you have to purchase in addition to the bike. They already come with it. So it's your choice if you want to trim down more, but if you're carrying a lot of cargo, the way it comes right out of the box is going to be perfect for you. The only additional accessory that you would need for this bike, or that they even offer, is a front basket that screws right into the front rack of this frame. So it'll help you carry your front cargo just a little bit easier. The Wallerang has some more commuter-oriented features, and that's going to include the SKS fender set that it's got on the bike. The chain guard here, just a nice plastic chain cover, going to be able to keep your pants clean while you're riding. It also has some Shimano hydraulic disc brakes that'll give you some great all-weather stopping power. And finally, it's got the Shimano Alpine 8-speed hub, so that's going to give you a nice clean drivetrain with really smooth Di2 shifting. Alright, so moving up to the display of the Wallerang, you have a couple nice features here with the Shimano Steps display. So it's got your miles per hour, obviously going to be the biggest thing that you want to see while you're riding. You have a couple different modes that you can change through with the up and down buttons on the left-hand side. So this is going to switch through your pedal assist modes. So you have off, eco, normal, and high. You can also press the main button here, or just this black button on the top, and that'll scroll through a couple different readouts for the bottom of the screen. So you have your riding time, you have your average speed, you have your max speed, you have your distance, your total distance traveled, your odometer for your whole distance that the bike has gone. And a really neat feature that it has is that it gives you the range that you're going to have left on the battery. So depending on which mode you're on, you can see as I change to eco, normal, and high, that it'll change the range that you have left on the bike. So this is a really great feature that surprisingly you don't see on a lot of electric bikes that'll help you manage your battery and get you where you need to go. Then moving over to the right-hand side, this is where you're going to control your Di2 shifting. So it's all electronic shifting. You have 8 speeds. You can shift them whether the bike is moving or not. Since it's an internal hub, it doesn't really matter what you do. And a really neat feature, you can see that the number 4 there has a box around it. So you can actually set which gear you want the bike to be in when you're stopped. So this way you're on a lighter gear every time you stop at a light, and you can get your cadence going again and build up to the gear that you want. When you press the black button on top over here, this is going to actually switch between auto and manual shifting. So if you don't want to have to worry about your gear shifting, it does have an auto shifting option that works pretty well. It'll start slowly building up your gear as you gain more speed. The step system also has an integrated lighting set, and this all runs off the main battery. You can just press the light button here, and that'll keep you safe at night. Mid-drive units are becoming a lot more popular as the growth of the e-bikes continues. And the Shimano Steps mid-drive is definitely up to par with the other mid-drive units that are out there. You'll notice at first that it's a little louder, maybe not as concealed as some of the other mid-drive motors, but when it comes to performance, it's a really smooth ride. The step system operates best when you're shifting gears as if you were riding a regular bicycle. And the Di2 system combined with the Steps interface makes this bike a really nice, easy-to-use e-bike. The auto downshift feature is actually something that really comes in handy when getting the bike started. Every cyclist knows that feeling of cruising on a high gear when suddenly the light changes and you didn't have enough time to downshift before you stop. Then you start up pedaling again and you're just struggling to get the pedals turning. Well, with the Wallerang you don't have to worry about that. Overall, this bike is a commuter's dream. It's got plenty of carrier options, mud guards, an internal gear hub, a chain guard, and all-in-one stylish and functional e-bike. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as well as turn on your notifications for when we release new videos.